I chose this image for the exhibition Punctum because I used it as a source material for my work. I made a painting of this image, and it represents Françoise Hardy, the famous singer-songwriter from the 60s. She's still working, but she was very famous at that time with the song Tous les garçons et les filles de mon âge. And I was making a series on a play of Shakespeare, As You Like It, and I was still looking for a picture of Rosalind. And when I saw this image on the internet, it struck me that she was the perfect person to perform my figurant, or to perform the person of Rosalind. But when Seamus asked to do this, to choose a photograph for this show, I immediately came back to her because I think she has something very disturbing in the way she's lying in the field. She reminded me of Snow White and somebody being dead. And if you look at the picture, you see that it's an old picture, and I think that a punctum is also time, past time. So if you look at an old image, you're immediately confronted with the fact that it's not present. It's not being in the present time anymore. You can see it at by looking at the vintage dress, but also the color of the photograph. And so when I saw her lying in the field, I wasn't sure that she was really alive, although I knew that it was Françoise Hardy. If you forget that fact, if you forget that this is a staged photograph of Françoise Hardy, and if you look at it in an objective way, it could be a person who has been killed. And there are certain elements in the picture that emphasize that fact. For example, if you look at the arm, there is something, the flower, that breaks the arm into two pieces. It almost looks like a prosthesis, not like a false arm. Also the hair, like somebody is strangled. And of course, now I'm telling you all this afterwards, but that was these were the disturbing elements in the photograph for me. So the hair, the flower, the arm not going, but making as if it was cut off. And the fact that she reminded me of Snow White being dead. So she's not really asleep, she could be, but there are a lot of interpretations you could make to this photograph. And for me, she ended up being Rosalind of the play of Shakespeare, As You Like It. I don't know if that's an answer to your question. Okay.
Can we ask one more question?
Yes.
Which I will be interested in. Do you think the art of photograph is dying due to its digitalization?
Okay. The question if the art of photography is dying due to its digitalization is a question I think that shouldn't be asked, because photography has always experienced an evolution from the beginning, and like you have had these pictorial photographs, landscapes that resembled paintings. They were tricked. Also, the Polaroid was an instant photograph that resembles digitalization very much. So the moment you're taking the photograph, it's already there. So the distance in time already there disappeared in a way. And also a photograph will always represent something that has been actually there, ça a été. And digitalization will not change that. It's just another way of developing the picture, in fact.